In the previous video, we talked a bit about the playmat and introduced the basic track mechanics. Now, we will focus on an equally important topic. The RPM Car Catalog is an integral part of the RPM BRG App Companion application. The catalog serves as a database of hundreds of cars, along with their statistics. By importing their collections into the game, players can browse through detailed technical data and decide which vehicles they want to race in various events. Each car has its own unique character, and it's no different in RPM board racing game. While designing the game, we aim to accurately reflect the differences between various car types while maintaining the appropriate dynamics of gameplay. Using a few model cars from a popular collector brand as examples, we'll showcase their statistics and how they impact racing on our track. The heart of every car is its engine. Inline, V-type, or maybe a flat boxer. How about an electric motor? Or perhaps combining the advantages of two types and choosing a hybrid. Not enough? Listen carefully now. Each of these engine types has its own famous representatives. In our game, we strive to capture even this level of nuance. In the previous video, we mentioned RPM dice rolls, which determine the number of spaces covered during a player's turn. Each engine, depending on its performance and characteristics, allows the player to optimize their dice roll results. The RPM Car Catalog converts the technical specifications of the engine unit, taking into account horsepower and generated torque. Additionally, we consider its nominal acceleration, top speed, and, very importantly, the car's weight. All this data is collected to create three core performance statistics for each vehicle. These are acceleration, top speed, torque points. While the first two statistics seem fairly straightforward, the last one, torque points, is the most crucial and requires a more detailed explanation. Let's go back to optimizing the RPM dice rolls. Torque points represent a regenerable resource pool that players can use to boost their dice roll results. The more torque points a car has, the less dependent it is on the roll outcomes, resulting in faster and more efficient driving. Every automotive enthusiast knows how important the drivetrain setup and weight distribution are. Front engine with rear-wheel drive or maybe all-wheel drive. Each popular configuration is represented in our game. Moreover, It directly affects how the cars handle when navigating corners. The optimal racing lines, which we mentioned in the previous video, will be the areas where the strengths of different cars will come into play. While navigating turns, players will need to make individual decisions about taking risks or look for an advantage in specific parts of the track based on this factor. In addition, most cars have unique perks related to their specific characteristics. These perks are categorized as active or passive. They directly or indirectly relate to the mechanics on the track, influencing how cars navigate turns or gain advantages on straight sections.
In RPM board racing game, we have 6 different dice at our disposal. The white die is used for starting rolls and for reducing speed. The gray die is known as the slow die. It has a lower total value on its faces. This die is useful in situations where caution is required on the track, prioritizing a safe passage over speed. The red die is the fast die. It has an increased total value on its faces, allowing for rolls with the highest speed potential. We also have 2 dice mentioned in the previous video that are directly related to turns. The blue die, understeer, and the green die, oversteer. The last 6th die is associated with mechanics in the pit stop area. We will discuss that later.
Finally, let's return to the basics. We've talked a lot about the statistics, features, and all the nuances contained in RPM board racing game and its companion app. Undoubtedly, all of this can be a bit overwhelming for a new player, especially a younger one. Our aim was to create an ambitious and unique game that all automotive enthusiasts around the world deserve. However, we haven't forgotten about the youngest players. RPM board racing game includes a simplified mode specifically designed for them. This mode focuses on the basic mechanics of racing on the track, omitting the companion app. All you need to play are the RPM dice, and the cars are a matter of imagination. That concludes this material. We briefly discussed what the RPM car catalog is, introduced the car statistics, and covered the basic mechanics of racing on the track. Of course, none of these topics have been explored in enough detail here, so if you have any questions while watching, please use the comments section. We will do our best to answer all of them. Don't forget to subscribe and like. These actions ensure that we can reach more people with this project, allowing us to continue working together on this fantastic game. And finally, a sneak peek of our next material.